Okay, welcome back, viewers. Now, earlier on the show, I told you I'm going to have a very, very, very fantastic lady joining me today on set. She's a writer, she's a speaker, she's even now an actress. See, I watched 2 movies of her and they always make her play bad roles. But me too, she's a very sweet lady. Michelle Hammond, why do they do that to you in the movies?
I don't know, and I'm a pastor too, you
Why
know?
do they? There was this particular movie of you and James Gardner and Jackie
Yes,
Appiah.
Candle in the Wind.
You were an evil mother.
I was terrible.
To the point of telling your son-in-law to kill his child.
Yes.
Wow. Why
That
do they
was
do?
terrible.
Why do they do that to you?
They like the way I play those types of things. I don't know. Maybe I have to be so good all the time that
So that you can play. So you can play the opposite. Michelle, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm really honored to meet you.
Thank you.
Finally.
Thank you.
Michelle, for those of us who don't know who Michelle Hammond is, who is Michelle Hammond?
Well, I'm Ghanaian. So
Really?
despite the American accent, I am Ghanaian.
Yeah, for them.
There you go. My dad is Ghanaian, so
Okay.
I'm a good little Fanti girl from Cape Coast.
Wow.
And I was born in England. My mother's from Barbados.
Okay.
So I'm British, West Indian, and Ghanaian. And so
That's a whole United Nations.
Yes, a whole United Nations in and of myself. And so I've been living in Ghana now for 6 years.
Oh, nice.
And I'm the pastor of a church here called Relevance. It's kind of an African version of Hillsong. We write all of our worship music and
Nice.
do really funky things.
Good.
And it's really great. It's on Sunday evenings at 5 o'clock from 5 to 6:30 p.m.
Wow.
And I teach very practical biblical principles so that people can excel in life. And I'm also a best-selling author.
Yes,
I've
over
written
40
books and sold over 2 million worldwide.
When can I get a free copy?
You come to Relevance. My books are at Relevance.
Come.
And let me see, what else do? I sing. So we're always in concert around town. Relevance sings at kind of crazy places. We do Plus 233, Republic,
That's
Alliance
nice.
de Française. And people love the music even though it's gospel. But it's kind of gospel with rock flavors to it.
No,
So
it's the way you
very
package
different.
it.
It's the way, yeah.
Let's get personal.
Okay.
Tell me something.
Personal.
Personal.
What would you like to know?
Okay, so you married, you have
I've
kids.
never been married. I have
Okay.
no children.
Wow.
My children are my 3 dogs.
Names, please. Because I love dogs. I have 4.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I have Lady, I have Hope, I have Puma, and I have Chelsea.
Oh, I like their names.
Yeah.
Well, I have Matisse and Micah. They're 2 little boys. And I have a new little girl named Layla. I should have maybe named her Lady so that she'd behave like a lady. She's pretty spunky.
Yeah, because my lady is really, really a lady.
Lady. I should
Yes.
have called her Lady. I
Yeah.
was thinking about changing her name.
Now, I
Yeah.
know you are also a relationship expert.
Yes,
Let me
I'm
put it that
known as
way.
a relationship
you,
expert.
You teach on life. You
Yes.
teach on love. You
Yes.
teach on marriage.
Yes.
Everything that concerns human interaction.
Yes.
How has that journey been so far? Which people are your target audience? Who do you really normally talk to?
Well, I started off, my initial audience was single people.
All right.
Because I was single, I was privy to those conversations a lot. And as I began writing books, I was invited to speak at women's conferences. So I had to broaden my topic to include married women. And so God has given me a lot of insight. People say sometimes, oh, you're single, how can you talk to married
Yes, I was going
people?
to ask that, because there's this
Yeah.
stereotype that if you're not married, what do you know about marriage?
Yes. Well, I know what God says about marriage. And that's probably a lot better than my own personal
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
I actually teach people how to translate God's word into practical everyday living to apply to their relationship. I don't think that ministry or counseling should be about you getting a dependence on that person. You should not be dependent on your pastor or your counselor. They are there just to show you. If we think about what the Bible says about a shepherd, the shepherd doesn't pull up the grass and put it in the sheep's mouth. It just leaves them to good ground and the sheep eat for themselves. So it's very, very important to empower people to live their life on their own so that they're not dependent. Their only dependency should be on God, not a person.
I've been married for just 8 weeks.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And someone asked me a question recently that, what does it mean to love the right way? Yes.
That's good.
The person was like, I've heard that, you're going to get married, you're all in love and everything, and after that, the love fades off. And I was like, okay, that's scary. How do you love the right way, keeping the love going all throughout?
Well, it's interesting that they told you that, because it's actually true, and it's actually scientific as opposed to emotional. It is emotional, but it's also scientific. That when we fall in love, there's a chemical that's released from our system called oxytocin. And oxytocin is a chemical that is very combustible, and it makes us feel excited and elated and young and alive and vibrant. They actually say when you fall in love, it takes 10 years off your face because you're glowing and you're happy,
you're
right?
flushed and everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that chemical actually lasts for 1 year. That's why you start feeling like, I don't feel the way I used to feel. So when we talk about loving well, part of it is really establishing rituals in your relationship that keep your love alive. What you did to get the person, you need to keep doing to keep the person. When we talk about, the Bible says, return to your first love.
Yeah.
Okay? So returning to your first love is doing, what did he say? Do what you did before. But what happens when we get married, especially, we get into the business of being a mate, and we forget about being a girlfriend and a boyfriend anymore. So it's very, very important to keep the girlfriend and the boyfriend in the marriage, to still have that date night, to still have those times when you stir back up the love.
We are in the month of love.
Yes, it's my favorite month.
Valentine is just around the corner.
Yes.
People do all sort of crazy things.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very crazy things during Valentine. What is Valentine really about? And how does Valentine strengthen love?
Well, we know it's a man-made holiday. Actually, it was a pretty gruesome holiday. At first, the St. Valentine's Day massacre happened, and then it was also a time when Cupid shot his arrow, and it landed on the right person or whatever. I think that it is what I would call a landmark. There are markers that we put in life to bring us back full and center, to cause us to remember and re-spark at that point in time. So we have other holidays, Mother's Day, but do you just celebrate your mother on Mother's Day? No, I celebrate my mother every day, but it becomes a special day of appreciation. So, for those, because a lot of people like to break up around Valentine's because they don't want to spend the money.
For very, very obscure reasons, they just break up. You didn't pick my call, it's over.
Right, but I think that it should be more than about things. I think that we should get creative. We should learn to become creative in our expressions of love. So, time is currency. Time is expensive. And so if we make it a day, how we observe Valentine's Day, especially if we're on a limited budget, a beautiful love letter doesn't cost anything. It just takes time. So the investment of time is just as wonderful as gifts and flowers and chocolate and things that don't last.
Do you just have to wait for Valentine's Day to express your love?
No, you should be expressing your love every day, especially married couples. I think that a lot of times people who are married fall into dull patterns, and they get bored with one another because they're not doing anything to re-spark the relationship.
Michelle, you have an event coming up on the
Yes.
11th of February. Tell us
Yes.
more about it.
We at Relevance are having what is called the Love Talk Relationship Summit. And it's from 10 to 3, and I urge you to get there on time, because we start on time at Relevance, because we believe that God is a God of excellence.
And with the Spintex traffic, you have to leave the house very early.
So leave at 8 to get there. Because seating is limited and it is free, and there's going to be a rush on to get there, so make sure you get there early and get your seat. And we are going to have workshops, interactive workshops, and we are going to have a man panel and a woman panel. So the women get to ask the men all the questions like, why are you men so crazy?
Why do men cheat?
Why do men cheat? All that stuff they will have to answer. And then we'll have a woman panel for the men.
Why are ladies difficult?
Yes, so then the men get to say, why are you making me crazy? And so we're going to have a wonderful time of question and answers. So come ready to absorb, to learn. I'll have some of my books there for sale.
So who is speaking? Who's going to speak?
Well, I'm speaking.
Okay.
And then we have Majid, Michelle. We have Tim Benton. We have
Oh.
Pascal Amanfo.
Wow.
We have Jeremy from the radio.
Wow.
We have Vanessa from Simply V. And we have Jay Smoke. So we've got a full lineup. Jay Sue, the artist, will be doing some spoken word. Now, where is it? Relevance is located at the end of Spintex Road.
Okay.
When you get to the Coca-Cola roundabout, you come round the roundabout and turn right onto the factory road.
Yeah.
You know, as if you're going to KICC.
Yeah.
And when you get on that road, right after that, the second gate on the right, you turn into Warehouse 9. You'll see a sign right by the gate saying the search for relevance ends here. So that's where we are. And there's a number you can call if you need information.
All right.
It's 026-772-7122. That's 026-772-7122.
Michelle, I really wish you could talk and talk. But tell me, in your final words, EC12ONE is actually channeled for the young at heart. Not really as in the age, but if you're young at heart,
Young at heart, right.
it's for you. What advice do you have for that beautiful lady, that handsome gentleman watching you right now, about life, about love, about everything?
Well, you know, I always say love begins with you. We're told to love our neighbor as ourselves. And so there's a requirement there that you love and appreciate who God created you to be first. So it's very, very important to solidify that relationship with God, to be able to see yourself through His eyes in Christ, know how He's created us and who He's created us to be able to locate our gifts and celebrate those things, and know that God gave them to you to bless you and to bless others. So life and love begins with you and making the right choices.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that was Michelle Hammond joining me on set to talk about everything love and life. If you missed it, don't worry. You can go on our YouTube page or on our Facebook page and catch this interview. I'll be right back.
This is Selena Boateng. Keep on watching EC12ONE, and you'll always be number one who is going to be blessed. God bless you.